Life at any time can become difficult. Life at any time can become easy. Whether good or bad, there are seasons of life. It all depends on how you take on life and adjust these seasons. Today's story is about a gentleman from West Africa, particularly from Cameroon. He was so focused on coming to the UAE only because to him, his profession would definitely flourish. He's been through his ups, he's been through his downs, and today he's on the road to success. And he could tell me he was so focused. What I learned from his story is be determined. He was so determined on being what he was back at home with the determination and focus and putting his own words into practice. He got the job of his dreams. It's your girl Naomi T from the City of Lights, the City of Links, Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Stay tuned to listen to this wonderful story, and we are going to be right back after the intro. Welcome back. So on today's episode, we have Mr. Charles. He's a young man from Cameroon. And Mr. Charles, thank you so much for taking time off your busy schedule to be here. I know it's not easy because UAE is quite a very busy place, so people are always on the move. But for you to just take out this time of yours to be here, I really do appreciate, because sometimes you invite people and you go all along the way to do the financial detailing of things and they don't even show up. But because you did, thank you so much, sir. So normally your video is going to go up on my YouTube channel because majorly my YouTube channel is trying to inspire those of West African descent who are immigrants wherever they find themselves, especially in the UAE. So I try as much as possible to inspire them by bringing people to share their experiences, people who've been down there and they're rising to success, or people who've been down there and they're actually successful, to come and give hope to others that, oh, you're not the only one who is down there. We've been there before and things turn out for the best. So you who is watching me, trust me, stay glued because you're going to have something amazing from his story. So Mr. Charles, I'll be asking you some random questions and you'll be giving me your sincere responses. So to start with, to make my viewers understand who really Mr. Charles is, I really want you to just tell them like who you are, where you're from, what you do, how long you've been in the United Arab Emirates.
Actually, my name is Charles Njenti, also known as DJ Cisco Mix. I'm an African all the way from Cameroon origin.
All right, perfect. So how long have you been here?
I've been here for the past 8 to 9 years now,
okay,
from 2016.
All right, perfect. Okay, so we are going to the first question. So why did you leave your country and why did you choose the United Arab Emirates?
Yeah, I left my country because I really want to get another experience.
Okay.
And United Arab Emirates was that country that I find that it's going to be much easy for me, and also the type of job that I do, for me to penetrate in and see how I can push on with my career.
Okay, that's why you left. So why UAE? Why did you choose the UAE?
Yeah, I chose UAE because it was easy for me, most especially the paperwork.
Okay.
There was no more stress and also less cost when it comes to finance to process all the documents.
Okay, so you know this last point you gave about why you chose the UAE, many other people who've sat on my couch, they say the same thing, like it's budget friendly. They didn't have to go for multiple embassies appearance because some people don't have that financial capacity to handle that. So budget friendly. So Mr. Charles is saying he is a Cameroonian and he is a DJ, being in the UAE for 8 to 9 years, and he chose UAE because it was easy and budget friendly as well. So we're going to the next question. How did you find yourself in the UAE? By this I mean, who made your visa, how long did the visa take to come out, and how did you purchase your flight to get here?
Okay, regarding how I managed to process my document to come here, I had a friend where I have a couple of friends who were already in UAE. So when I was already embarking on the journey, I started getting in touch with one or two people, asking them questions, how things go out there. And one of my classmates by name Larry, he encouraged me as well that Les, it's a good place. It's like this, and he gave me a word of encouragement. So I said, okay, if my friend is there and he's going to process this stuff for me, let me see what to do. So that was how everything started, and I had to get in touch with him. He told me how much I had to pay. I had to pay what he demanded, and also for the flight, he was the one who did everything, flight ticket, visa, and everything arrived. The only thing that took a little bit of time was the flight, but the visa was just 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, but the flight took a little bit of time because it was during the period of January, February. So he told me flights are more cost now.
Yeah.
So we should give it right up to February when maybe it's a bit cheaper. Then he's going to get my flight. So that was just all. That was how everything was processed.
Okay, so it's like he gave you the combo package of, okay, you pay this amount of money, and in that amount of money you have your visa and you have your flight in it. So that's what you did. You did not really have your flight money and go around Cameroon trying to find the travel agency to buy your flight. So he did everything with the money you gave him in total.
Yeah, I never even like try to check even in Cameroon if there are some agency. The fact that my friend was already here, I trusted him.
Okay.
So I just asked him like how much is going to cost everything. So he told me, okay, this is what it's going to cost. So I worked on the amount that he says it's going to cost for everything. That was just what I did.
All right, perfect. So, okay, your visa is out. You are looking forward to get to the UAE. Did you, by any chance, do any research whatsoever to know where you were coming to, or you were just like you based your hopes on what your friend told you?
I did a lot of research. Before thinking of UAE, I first of all thought about so many countries as well.
Okay.
UAE was chosen with the fact that I made research and realized that the nightlife here is more encouraging, especially for my career and the profession which I'm doing as a DJ. So I had friends back home who were bouncers already here. They also encouraged me. And before then, I had a friend who was already a DJ here. Before, when I saw him and he was already doing DJ here, that's by name DJ Fabulous. So it also gave me that much encouragement that, okay, if he can grab a job as a DJ there also, I can do it. So that was the main reason when I was doing everything. I never thought of otherwise. I never even care of whatsoever I'm going to meet here. I just trust myself, and I trust my friend who was doing, who was in the process of all the documents. Okay,
so we are getting to the next question, which is when you arrived the UAE, was the look of things, that is the weather condition, the accommodation, the environment, was it the same like you made research and what your friend told you?
That's where the challenge starts. from actually I took Douala Airport. From Douala Airport, I missed my flight.
Okay.
Yeah, so I missed my flight. I had a very bad experience.
Why did you miss your flight? Did you get to the airport late, or is it the mathematics they usually play in the DLA airport? Because there's a mathematics they usually play there. For those who are Cameroonians, you know. So what happened that you missed that flight that day?
I was not late. I had my flight. I had my visa in my hand.
Okay.
The visa was not well printed. I had the original in my computer.
Okay.
In my laptop, also in my email address, which my friends sent to me. When I was at the airport, when they told me that no, that visa is not well printed, I told them I have it in my email address. There was no internet for me to access my email address. So it was we went to one immigration office and they said, well, I have to pay 10,000 for internet access. This guy removed his internet key. I think that was orange.
Okay.
They put it in my laptop. We opened my laptop. I went to the email address. Downloaded, opened the original visa. They saw everything and everything was okay. They snapped it with a digital camera. They took it now back to the immigration and they showed it that no, everything is okay. They still did not allow me to go. The guy who took me there, who snapped it, says he cannot give it. I have to pay 20,000.
Really?
Yes, I had to pay. I still pay this money. But on my way right now, when they were supposed to stamp the exit stamp on my passport, it was too late. I went there, they stamped the exit. That was the last chance. Once they stamped that exit, they told me to run. So I started running. I was running, I didn't even know where I was going. I ran until I passed where I was supposed to board. So I passed, but I was going somewhere else. So they called me, where am I going? I said, which airline? I said, Rwanda. They said, no, this way. They were speaking in French. They said, no, this way. So I came this way. When I arrived, the guy who was in charge said I should hold on. They need to call the pilot. They called the pilot. The pilot said they have already sent my luggage back. So he told me they sent my luggage back. So in my passport, it was already...
Exit.
Yes. It shows that I'm not even in Cameroon.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I missed the flight. That was how I missed my flight in Cameroon.
Okay, so how did you get another flight before trying to come to the UAE?
So on that same period, I was it was my first time. Yeah. So I didn't know what to do. Now I went to the Rwanda head office. Once I went there, the first thing they asked me, how did you miss your flight? I explained everything to them, and they were very angry, actually. They said, no, those immigration people, they were supposed to pay for whatsoever happened. So I just asked the woman, so what am I supposed to do? He says, you can get the next flight, but not today. I said, so what am I going to do? He said, I'm going to pay charges. The money I was having with me was dirham, so I don't even know the exchange rate or whatsoever I'm having.
How come? Let me cut you.
Yeah.
How come did you have dirhams with you in Cameroon?
Yes, when I was already at the airport, my friend told me to change the CFA that I'm having in dirhams, that I should not accept dollars. Reason being is like the rate for dollars was down. So before I was coming, he was doing a lot of researches also as well. So he helped me in that, and his elder brother was doing money exchange. That was what's his name again? I forgot his name. He's one guy who has been here for a very long time doing Akem. Yeah, the Akem was his elder brother. So he told me to change my whatsoever I'm having to dirhams. So already before going to the plane, everything I have in me was dirham. So when I came back, I removed all the money I put on the table. The lady who was sitting in that office told me that, the biggest money which I have there was 500 dirhams. She removed the 500 I give to me. She said, this is the biggest money you're having, so don't joke with it. So he removed the other money I was having. I think it was like a sum of two. He says I'm supposed to pay 50,000, but she's going to see what to do. So at the end of the day, I didn't even know how much she took. But she was a very good person. Because she was the one who let me know that this is the highest money that I have, so I should keep this and keep it. So right there, she did everything and rebooked the flight and gave me the ticket. That was how it was done. And the funniest thing was, when that plane was going, my mom was outside waving as every other person was waving.
African mothers,
So she was outside waving. When I called her on the phone, he said, am I calling inside the phone? I said, no, I didn't travel. Say what? Say yes. She started crying.
Oh my God, this story is interesting. Let me laugh, seriously. Like, your mom was waving at the plane. Oh, that's my son leaving.
Yeah, because there were so many of them there that they came to see their children off. So when the plane was about to take off, normally those who have been coming there before, they were telling the other ones, for you to see the plane, you will not stand, we have to go right that way. So they had to go in another place to see how the plane is taking off. So she also followed everyone who was going that way to see how I'm taking off.
And saying bye.
Yes, when the plane left, she says goodbye, not knowing that I'm still around. When I called her that I didn't travel, she said, what?
She started crying. Oh my God, Mommy, I'm sorry, that I'm laughing, but that scene is a very funny one. Yeah, so what happened after that?
After that, I came back, I met my mom. After that, I just did all the necessary thing. The only good thing with me is because I was doing researches, because if not, at that point, I couldn't know and whatsoever to do. So what I just did, I just had to go to that head office, just like as I explained to the Rwanda airline, and I told them this was what happened, and they were very sorry about that. Then I had to rebook the next flight. The flight that I took was on Thursday, so they rebooked the next flight, which was on Saturday. So they said, Saturday, I'm going to travel. I said, okay. So I returned back, I met my mom. On returning back, my mom noticed that they have duped me. While she was still there, she was crying. just know that everything has lost.
The truth is, that's a typical African mother way of behaving, okay? So don't blame her.
No, I cannot blame her. So when I came, I met her. She asked what happened. I said it's due to the visa that I was having. That was the reason why they had to delay my flight. On the time that I was supposed to go into the plane. Okay. The plane was already... There was no time again.
Okay, there was no time for you.
So that was what happened. So I told her I'm going to travel on Sunday. That was when she... Okay. Because she thought that the process has to begin again from square one.
Okay, so you've arrived, you kicked off on Saturday.
Yeah, I kicked off.
You got to DXB. So how was the look of things? Was it the same, like you made research and what your friends told you?
On Saturday, I arrived at the airport. I came with a bag that was normally already sealed. Yes. So nobody was even asking me a question that day. When I was just going, they asked me, I never even knew why nobody is asking me a question. Unfortunately, I forgot that in my passport, I'm not in Cameroon because it's already stamped exit. Okay. So wheresoever I was going, once they take the passport, exit. So I was supposed to fly in. So they'll just say quiet because they knew about the situation. Because after that day, they called everyone that there was a situation which happened. Someone missed his flight because of this. Okay. It should not repeat itself. So when I was coming, they knew that it was the guy who missed his flight. So that was why I just moved right up. I was the first person that day. Okay. Yes, I was the first person. Yeah, the experience at the waiting list. So once I went there, I passed right up to the waiting where you have to wait for the plane. Yes, I was the first person there. So when I arrived for UAE, my friend was living right in Russia, Kema. Okay. So on the first flight, he made all his possibility to come to Dubai, just to come and pick me at the airport. Okay. But unfortunately, I missed this flight. He has to go back. Okay. So when I arrived UAE, he was not there. But once I lost my flight, I contact one of my other guy, Asino. Asino is no more here. All of us were in Muyuka there during the time when I was working at the Deutschland. Okay. Asino was the one who came now and picked me at the airport. And I called Asino only when I was already here. Okay. I didn't talk with him in Cameroon, but I let him know that I'm coming to Dubai. Okay. So once I arrived at Dubai, I just texted him. I connected at the airport, the internet. Okay. I texted Asino. I said, I'm in Dubai. He said, okay, you're welcome. And it was during the February period when it was very cold. Okay. Yeah, so he came at the airport, picked me. You're lucky. Then we had to go home. He was living around Abuhe. That was where I went already. Okay. So what was the accommodation shock you had? Now, as I arrived UAE at Asino's place, I just told them to give me internet access. So when they give me internet access, because I have so many people living in Dubai. Okay. That was the good thing about it. I have my very good friend, who he's like a brother to me. His kid sister also was already here. Yeah. I had my little ones back then in school were already here. So I just had to get to Becky. I tell Becky that I'm already in Dubai. Becky said, okay, where I am, I should not pay any money for whatsoever reasons for accommodation. Okay. She will be coming to pick me. Okay. She was working right around at a chocolate factory right then around the DIP area. Okay. So I had to wait that day. On that day now, Asimo was telling me this is a guy who has this place. So if I'm okay with it, I should just see what to do so I can just take my space. Actually, I was in the best space. But before I came, my friend already let me know that the place is a best space, just like a dormitory. Now I went to a dormitory school, so there was nothing that was new to me. Okay, perfect. So the up and the bunk bed, everything was normal to me. Okay. Yeah, that was it. All right, so what about the environment? Because you know for sure, like many people just know, okay, UAE is somewhere in the Sahara, and it's the days that some people don't know that it's really very organized. So did you have that shock, like from the airport, like, is it how the airport is looking? Like, is it because it's that beautiful? It's different from where you're coming from. From the airport, first of all, from the airport, when we were in a taxi, I started seeing the traffic light system. I was like, That was where I know that I'm abroad. Okay. In me, I said, so really I'm in abroad. Yes. Yes. I said, okay. Okay. So I was like, it's okay. I've arrived. So when the taxi was going right up to where we stopped, then we had to move.
Okay.
I was not even thinking of where we were going. I was just looking at the environment. Everything was so beautiful for me.
Okay, perfect.
Everything was so, I know that though, really, I'm abroad.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, you've left Muyuka.
No, I've left Kumba, not Muyuka. Muyuka is not my
okay,
town is Kumba.
Oh, all right, you left Kumba.
Yeah.
And now you are in Muyuka. No, and now you are in Dubai, and everything was different.
I was not even thinking of Dubai. I know I'm abroad.
Okay. But Dubai is abroad.
Good. You say Dubai, I'm not even thinking of that. I just say I'm abroad.
Dubai is abroad. Don't mind what people are saying, you know. I am proud of being in Dubai, actually. Trust me. Important. So it's abroad for me. Whether people say what they are saying or they don't say what they are saying, me, it's abroad for me. Trust me, I'm doing well. All right, so we are going to the next question. Give a vivid account of your experiences from when you arrive the UAE till date, making mention of the living conditions, the housing, the job hunts, the employment, the visa changes. See, this is like the giant in the room question, so it's going to be a very long discussion between me and you.
This is the best part in my own experience, I think I can say so. Once I was already at my friend's place, and my friend's kid sister says, hold on till I have to come. I had to hold on till when she came. She carried my stuff to her place. But my friend was already telling me, where your sister is taking you is the same place like this. I was arguing. I said, no, she's having an apartment. So
I like you.
She says,
like your confidence.
Yeah, she says, there's no one here in this environment. He first of all asked me, where is she living? I say in Amria, around Amria. She says Amria Big Mos. By then, I could not even pronounce those words well.
Yeah.
But he says Amria Big Mos. He said, the whole of this area, Cisco, there is no apartment. Everything here is just like you see here, it's dead space. I say, no, I'll wait for him. I'll wait for her to come. She says, okay, there's no problem. We sat there and some of the stuff that I brought, I gave to them. They were eating chin-chin and all the rest.
Yeah.
When she came, we pulled up my stuff outside. So we went to her place. The same thing. But her place was well organized. And the good thing about her place was, at least I was with a kid sister of which she thinks, okay, this guy is hungry, she needs to look for food.
Okay.
That was just the best thing about me, because if not, I think I would have faced a lot, coupled with the fact that my friend who brought me was not here. Okay, at this point, my kid, I call her my kid sister, but that's my friend, kid sister. I call her my kid sister, Becky. She'll be the one to make sure that I eat something. Yeah. So due to the fact that my friend is in Rashakema, I was still hoping and waiting that when he has to come and see me, because I also brought some stuff for him. 2 weeks, I've not been doing anything.
You're just sleeping?
No, not that I was sleeping. Anyway, one good thing, I was the only one in that room with a laptop.
Okay.
And they told me about Boson College.
Okay.
They told me about Indeed.
Okay.
Within the 2 or 3 weeks, I was searching for jobs for people, and people were lucky they were getting jobs.
Wow.
Due to my help.
Okay.
I was making CV for people.
Okay, that's great.
At some point, I was doing it for free. At some point, my kid sister said, so you can do this thing. That you need to take money.
Okay.
That those 10 dirhams, 20 dirhams is money. That you start